everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna do something that I have been wanting to do forever, and it's funny, Milo's staring at me like I'm crazy. I'm gonna do Milo's birth story. So I kind of started the YouTube channel. I'm gonna go into backstory here. I started the YouTube channel probably 2 years ago when Ivy was a baby, and I never really had commitment there. I had focuses elsewhere, and then I got pregnant with Milo, and I decided I wanted to try to do pregnancy updates. I only really did, I think, 3. I did an initial pregnancy announcement, and then I did my first trimester and my second trimester, and then I didn't do a third. And then I had Milo, because things were crazy, and I didn't get around to doing a third because it was in the middle of COVID hitting and everything, so woo! So yeah, so I just never really got around to it, and again, I wasn't that committed to it. I had a really rocky start to my pregnancy with Milo, but yeah, okay. So we're gonna go into his pregnancy story. So he was due on May 20th, which I really wanted him to come the 20th because it was 5/20/2020. It just kind of rolled off the tongue. Like, it's kind of hard to forget that one. And the 20th came along. They checked me. They were like, nope, you're not having a baby. Maybe soon, but it's not going to be today. I was like, okay, whatever. And so I waited a week, and he still didn't come. And I told the midwives, I was like, I think he's big. I really think he's big. And they were like, oh, well, I mean, he's measuring normal. He's fine. And I was like, well, because Ivy was really big. Ivy was 9 pounds, 12 ounces. Macro baby is what they call it. And I was like, I think he's going to be big. I think I need to make sure I have him in a week. And they're like, okay, we'll induce you. And it was that exact sassiness too that I was met with most of my pregnancy with these midwives, but that's okay. But anyway, so yeah, we got there on the 27th, and everybody in all of Tampa and surrounding areas decided to come to Tampa General to have a baby on May 27th. Everybody, literally everybody. We came in at 10 o'clock, I think, on the 27th, and I got, put into the system and stuff for my induction, and they had me and Zach in a triage room. My mom was watching the girls, and we didn't get a room until 9 o'clock at night. So, and that's when they started my induction, was 9 o'clock at night. So it was once everybody else that was coming in to have a baby that was in active labor, got a room. I do that ticking sound a lot. Anyway, yeah. So they had talked to me about doing a balloon against your cervix. What's it called? It's some sort of catheter type thing. But it's where they inflate a balloon and it presses against your cervix like that. And there's your cervix in between there, right? And it inflates and it presses on it, and it's supposed to help you dilate and cervix softens and all that. And I was like, you know what? Sure. I'm ready to have the baby. I'm ready to have him. Let's do this. And oh my gosh, that was so painful. Like, beyond painful. I know Katie Hearn, she had it with her second baby too, and she didn't say it was as painful, but oh my gosh, it really hurt me. I don't know if they just inserted it a little off or something, or maybe I'm just super sensitive at that point, but wow, it did not feel good, but it did the job. So my everything was, dilating, and I was having really strong contractions, and by what, like 11 o'clock p.m. I had my first epidural. Oh, no. Had my first dose of pain medicine. Okay, so yeah, I had my first dose of pain medicine, and then that worked for a little bit. It made me really loopy, and I had never been on this pain medicine. Bless you. Bless you. I had never been on this pain medicine before. I had always only gotten an epidural, so I didn't know what to expect, but I knew my pain was bad, but it wasn't bad enough for an epidural. So that's why I decided to get the pain med. I've forgotten the name. I really should have done this sooner than, 6 months? Anyway, but yeah, so I got the pain medicine. It made me really loopy and really tired. So after they gave it to me and like reclined me and checked me one last time, they were like, just try to get some sleep. Tried. Did not work. It felt like as soon as they turned off the light and like Zach made his bed, I started getting really, really bad contractions again. And I was like, hey, I need some more medicine. They're like, okay, we can give you some more of the pain medicine if you want. I was like, you know what, sure, fine, whatever. They gave it to me. It did nothing this time. It was like, an hour in between? Or it was probably like an hour and a half. It was maybe about a little after midnight when this all happened. But yeah, it did nothing. And I was like, you know what? I just want the epidural. Go give me the epidural. I need the epidural. I'm not above epidurals. And so they brought in the person. I was having horrible contractions. They checked the balloon. My water had broken. And nobody knew. I had a feeling it did. It did. I mean, it did though. Anyway, so they pulled that out. Visualization right there. They pulled that out. And the lady came in and she gave me my epidural. If you're wondering who I'm staring at Milo because he's army crawling to me. And it was really hard for me to sit still because when you're having these intense contractions and they're like, now don't move, it is very important that you don't move. And you're like, well, I kind of need to move. Or like, I kind of want to move. So yeah, but I did good and I didn't move and she did awesome. It was the best epidural I've ever had, and I've had, 3 epidurals. And she was just great. And Zach got to stand in there the whole time. And so after that, hi. Ready to ball? After that, I laid back down for a little bit, and the combination of the pain medicine mixed with the epidural was not a good one. I've never felt nauseous during a labor, and I felt nauseous. I thought I was gonna throw up. It was bad. I was so loopy because it's like the pain medicine makes you feel kind of like drunk or maybe like high or something, and then the epidural is like bringing you down and you can't, feel anything from the waist down. And so it was just not a good combination. It went straight to my head and I was like, they leaned me back and I was like, no. I remember I have the pictures too. I can try to insert one right now. But see, like I had my mask on like this and I was just like, my head was back and they were like, let's check you one more time. And then they checked me and they're like, oh, you're good to go. And I was like, yeah, I've been feeling some downward pressure. I think I'm ready to go. So when they determine that it's ready to go, that it's go time, that's when all the excitement happens. They're like, if you can wait while we bring in, the staff. So that's when everybody enters the room. So midwife came in, all the pediatric nurses came in, bringing in like the little heat lamp bed thing and all the gadgets and stuff. They sat me up, which was nice. I was like fully sitting up like that. Before I was always kind of like that. They fully sat me up this time. They say, all right, let's put your legs in the thing and let's go. And so I started pushing. I pushed, I think, a total of 3 times. And Mr. Milo made his entrance into the world. And just to prove that mother's intuition is always right, Milo was a big baby. He was not, what did they say? I think they said, maybe he was 8 pounds. He was not 8 pounds. He was 9 pounds, 14 ounces. So when I said it was a big baby, I was right. I could feel it. Midwives didn't want to believe me. But yeah, he came out perfectly healthy. I remember crying. Zach he doesn't hate it, but he says he doesn't really like cutting the cord because he doesn't like the feeling of cutting flesh. But he still got down there and cut the cord. And I did, might be TMI, I did tear a little. So they stitched me up and I delivered the placenta and then they stitched me up. And Milo latched right away and he had this gorgeous head of hair. Again, I'll try to insert a picture now. So his hair was really dark when he was born. Now it's kind of like changing colors. Tell him. But yeah, so he was born at I think it was 3 a.m. on May 28th, and it was amazing. The hospital stay afterwards, we stayed about a day. So we stayed the full day that he was delivered, because he was delivered so early in the morning. And this was in the middle of big time COVID scares, right guys? So we weren't allowed to leave the room. Zach wasn't allowed to leave the room. It was like a dungeon. We were trapped there. We could not wait to get home. It was, whew. And it was a tiny room too this time. But yeah, so excuse his bald spot. He's a good sleeper. So don't judge him. He just likes to sleep good. If you know, you know. But yeah, so I think we stayed there, yeah, maybe one additional day. He passed all of his screenings because they do a hearing screening, you know, all the little baby APGAR stuff. He passed all those with flying colors. He slept really good. He liked being swaddled. It was amazing. The third and final baby, gosh, I remember just staying up and just staring at him because he was just so perfect to me. But yeah, that is my birth story and a little bit of hospital stay story and a little bit of backstory. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will always appreciate a thumbs up. I will super appreciate a subscribe and a like because I like you too. Yeah, leave a comment down below. Tell me your birth story, or tell me if you have a video that's your birth story. Like he's like, Mom, get out of my ear. Oh, and he was 21.75 inches. He's still big boy. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Bye.